Hello again, once more everyone, and welcome back to our Banished laptop special, featuring, obviously, Banished by Shining Rock Software, and played on my Asus G550 JK, which is obviously why it's a laptop special, because I am away from the big rig, and speaking to you through a gramophone. So, how are we going so far? Well, we got our first farms up and running, fully planted with legumes. They grow quite quickly, it seems. And then our cherries, which will take a little bit longer. So you actually get told here what the yield would be if you harvested right away. Nothing from the cherry trees, but already close to 100% yield. And there, we've got a 5,000 food limit. I don't think we'll go over that with that crop. Things are looking lovely. We've got more farmers out there now, which is good, and I can actually increase the number again. Some more adults have come along. We've almost got maximum farmers, which is really good, because then I can focus on building things like schools, which, believe it or not, are important. Yeah, shocking. Absolutely shocking. But yes, our town's quite small, but we have now set up the means to expanding should we need to. I'm actually going to build that bridge now. So, start there. Can't place in that direction, so we'll place it that way. Yeah, just because of the bends in the river, sometimes the game doesn't like you setting up them, and obviously you can't go diagonally. It's all heavily grid based in this game, so looking good so far. Herbalists are still maxed out, fishermen are doing their job, gatherers are doing their job, everything is going swimmingly. And we're harvesting our bean crops, which will help immeasurably to make sure that we've got plenty of food for our burgeoning population, which really is burgeoning at present, I have to say. If you remember, we started with 14 adults and 6 children. We now have 26 adults and 11 children. They are not just growing up and adulting, they're adulting in all of the R and X rated ways to make sure that we don't die out, which is nice, I guess. Good to see some people at least using our tunnel. Interestingly, it must get close to the surface there. Get some weird textures going on there. And there's our first little bridge. Isn't it a charming little bridge? I mean, I think that's one of the things I love. It's not just that it's good looking, it's got a certain charm to it. And I know if you read my reviews, you're probably sick of seeing me or hearing me say the word charm. Charming is a word I probably use excessively when I'm talking about aesthetics. Or it could just be that I play lots of charming games and am charmed quite easily. You charming individuals. I think I have a place on a certain TV show now. So that's good. Food production, as you can see, we're now hitting 2,000, which is excellent. We have no more labourers at present. No. Could probably reduce the builders if I wanted to, but I like to keep a couple of dedicated builders around at all times, because otherwise you've got to reshuffle things every time you need more builders. So I think we're going to start working on some civic buildings, some town services, schoolhouse. Now, where are we going? I want to fit it somewhere where it's not sort of too in the way, but looks like it's going there. There's our schoolhouse. So obviously you get a school, you assign someone to be a schoolmaster and they teach the children. And as I said, it does mean that it takes longer for people to get to adulthood, but they come out better as a result because they've been educated. They're skilled. They become skilled people, so they work faster and more efficiently and do things better than their Luddite, uneducated counterparts. Whoa, did the PC people just cringe badly when I said that? You know I'm right. So we've got no one to put in the schoolhouse as yet. We're going to have to wait for, ironically, we're going to have to wait for someone uneducated to age up, and then we can get them to educate everyone else. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense. One thing I like about, oh god, which game was it? Oh, the Tropico games, yeah, by Hammermon, where you had to make, you know, educational buildings functions, you had to have people of a certain educational level running them. So if you didn't have them on the island, you had to pay for them to come to the island. Which is an interesting idea. Obviously it wouldn't function here because you're isolated in the wilderness, setting up some sort of weird pre-industrial society. Which is quite cool, you know, of itself. It's very nice. So we're getting a bit low on food. New crops are planted. So basically, if you run out of food that you've harvested, you have to have things like gatherers, huts, and fishermen and hunters operating to make sure you can fill in the gap left by the farms not operating. Okay, we have enough people to start educating with. Obviously later on you're going to run out of iron and stone outcrops around the area, so you're actually going to have to start mining for it, which I have to say is very, very labour intensive. It uses a lot of people compared to pretty much anything else in the game. So you do have to sort of pay attention. You have to have huge food production to manage and sustain that. So as you can see now that our ratio up here has changed. We have 28 adults, 3 students, 8 children. So yeah, as I said, it's going to take longer for them to get there, but when they get there, they're going to be much more valuable members of society. I'm actually going to set up another food production area. I'm going to set up another farm, crop fields. Let's see if we can get the full 15 by 15. There we go, 15 by 15 fields. So the builders will hurry over because they've just been lounging by the well, I think. And we're going to add another farmer, so we've got 7 across 3 fields. So it won't plant till next season, so I won't even bother assigning anything to it, but we are going to plant some wheat we had available. I think it was wheat. It's totally random what you get. I don't know if it makes any real difference. It's just a different image, I think. Corn, that's right. Ironically, which was a word used for a long time in the ancient world to describe wheat. It's corn. Corn was just sort of a general. It's a food substance that grows on a, you know, plant like that. That was well executed. I'm sounding really scholarly there. Corn was used basically to describe any sort of cereal that was harvested, often. So often you'll see translations, because obviously corn wasn't actually the corn that we know today's corn was not what they were harvesting. For example, Mediterranean ancient world, they were harvesting barley and wheat and wheat and things like that. And so corn was just sort of a general word for it all. So you'll often, if you're like me and you're actually translating, looking at old documents, like ancient documents, you'll look at taxes and things like that, and you'll see the word corn. They're not talking about the lovely thing that you can pop or cover in butter and roast. They're actually just talking about cereals in general, spelt and barley and things like that. So there's your history knowledge for the day. History of why people use the word corn. But I believe that this is actually corn in this game, because obviously we're not in the ancient world. We're in a pre-industrial society, but like medieval pre-industrial, not ancient pre-industrial. So obviously probably next week we're going to be not doing laptop specials because we won't be on the laptop, we'll be back in the big rig. So we'll be doing some more Neverwinter Nights, possibly some more World of Warships, possibly something else as well. Just maybe, throwing it out there. We'll see. But things to flag in the coming months. October, we'll see. Oh God, we're already. Oh no, we're not quite in October. That could have been embarrassing. October will see us looking at a certain game that I love, a game that I haven't played almost since its launch, for various reasons. We're actually going to be jumping up and down and play some Wasteland 2. Why am I waiting till October? Well, that's when the Game of the Year edition is coming out for everyone, and it's going to be on the new version of Unity rather than 4, it'll be on 5. And so it'll look prettier, run prettier, and everything's sort of just nice. So, proper Game of the Year edition. and I'm looking forward to that. I haven't actually played a lot because I had a unfortunate incident. I got a fair way through the game actually with my original squad, and I had a save corruption and a Steam Cloud save corruption between laptop and rig, and at the time I just didn't have time to restart again, and I think it was not long after that happened the announcement of the Game of the Year edition with Unity 5 came out, and I went, well, we'll just wait. So we're going to wait, and that means I can give you a full Let's Play, hopefully, of Wasteland 2, an absolutely fantastic game. Much more like the original Fallouts that I love than the new Fallouts, which I also love, but for different reasons. And, you know, I'm well aware, and will tell anyone who is willing to listen to me that, yes, the original Fallouts were the spiritual successors of the original Wasteland because of various legal things, I believe. And of course, being a show, I have to point out that Wasteland and Fallout were both strongly influenced by Mad Max. To the point where, if you've never noticed, the leather jackets I'm not sure in the new Fallouts, but definitely, I think in the new Fallouts, and of course in the early Fallouts, the leather jacket you got as one of the pieces of armour was the exact replica of the jacket the Mel Gibson Mad Max wears with the torn sleeve. Talk about some lonely nerd trivia there. Just for you, my wonderful audience. So, yep, this is definitely real corn, not ancient world corn. So we're going to have to start building some more houses. I think our population is booming. It really is burgeoning hard. So, build a full row. How about that? Fit perfectly. Proud of that. So that means I'm going to be looking for some more stone, I think. Stone, stone, stone. Get all the stone. All of it. Got lots of houses up and running. You notice our woodcutter is now never... He's getting close, but he's never quite filling the quota. But thankfully our food is staying up and good. Looking good, looking good. Beans, corn, cherries. I mean, what more could you ask for? I mean, you've got venison coming in, you've got fish, you've got mushrooms, various other things that are growing in the forest. I mean, really, it sounds quite nice. I mean, and there's plenty of it, and there's plenty of clothes and firewood, so... I mean, really, it's quite an idyllic life, actually. I wouldn't say no to living it myself. As long as I can have some Wi-Fi. Another Australian invention. Now, to fill in the few minutes left on this video, I'd like to just do a bit of a plug. A few things are going to be happening in the near future, and I'm also open to suggestions. So first of all, if you ever have suggestions, comment below. I do check all the comments coming because I don't get a whole heap at the moment. Please do not spam me, don't ask me for follows, subscriptions, anything like that. I will not. That actually, YouTube automatically puts it in spam. I can check it, and if it's anything like that, I will tell Google, yes, it is spam. So don't ever try to ask for likes, comments, or subscriptions or follows or anything like that in my comments. I'm not going to look at it. If you are looking for, I don't know, me to come to something and talk there or be there or YouTube something, if you're a developer, an indie developer, especially an indie developer, I'm happy to look at your stuff and talk about it on this channel. Just jump on. You can send me emails. Do it that way, rather than trying to get me to look at things in comments. If you're just a viewer though, and you have suggestions for what you'd like to see, politely put it in the comments, and I'll have a look at it and go, sure, why not? issues with the videos, please let me know there. I do look into them. Someone did comment on sound issues previously, and I think I've resolved most of those. Though obviously on the laptop it's a bit different again. But things that are happening in the near future for us at Sagrannus Gaming. Well, obviously we're looking at Wasteland 2 soon. On the writing front, there is something new in the pipeline. Another book is almost ready to be released. It'll be available on Amazon, just as the last one was. Getting some of the art sorted at the moment, and it's looking awesome. Absolutely fantastic. Alright, we've had a increase of people, so let's do that. What else is happening in the near future? I'm considering some more factual content, some still gaming or tech related content, but more factual, looking at other things. But please let me know what you think of any of our content so far, things you'd like to see more of. For example, Chroma Squad, as I've mentioned in previous videos, isn't happening anymore. If lots of people want more Chroma Squad, I'm happy to do it, but so far it hasn't been sort of, I wouldn't say it hasn't been well received, it hasn't sort of earned its keep, as it were, on the channel. Alright, that's our 15 minutes of up. I think 15 minutes of up. That's our 15 minutes up. I think I've wasted most of it blathering on all of the population guru and things like that. There'll be one more video this week, and I've been Sagrannus. This has been our laptop special of Banished. I'll talk to you later. Thanks, guys.